Hello everyone, and most of all, hello Halo fans. We are once again checking out the latest Halo Infinite update. It's been just over a month since I last played the game, and this channel started out as a Halo channel. If you go back, you'll see my earliest videos for multiple years is just Halo, and then I branched out into Splitgate, and now we do the finals, and occasionally I like to check back in on what Halo is doing. And in this update, they added something that's actually really cool. It is Invasion from my favorite Halo game. I'm going to get hit for this, but I'm a Reach kid. Halo Reach is my favorite Halo game for the multiplayer, not campaign, but multiplayer-wise, Reach was my game. Invasion was a huge part of that game. It's where the game mode was first introduced, and I don't believe it's been seen since then. It genuinely could be 15 years since we've seen this game mode. So it's nice that it's been added to Halo Infinite. I believe it was made by the community through Forge and scripting. The old maps that we saw in Halo Reach, such as Boneyard and Breakpoint, have been remade in Infinite, and also a couple of new community-made ones have been added as well. Sadly, there is no playable elites in Halo Infinite, and that is the one thing that would really tie all this together. And really make it feel like we're back in 2010 playing Halo Reach on the 360. Sadly, it's banished Spartans versus UNSC Spartans. You know, it's how they did Infection instead of having the Flood. You know, it works, it serves the purpose, but it does feel a bit like DIY. Something that devs did add recently though is this wheel picker thing. It's a new UI for Forge and Customs where you can basically choose preset loadouts and spawn points from a wheel selection, which is really cool. So you can choose if you want to have the grapple hook and a bandit, or if you want to have active camo and a needler, the radar and an AR, etc, etc. And if you want to spawn at position A, B, or C on the map. Or the vehicle bay, which is an addition too. As many of us old heads will know, Invasion is a 3-step process. First of all, you spawn, you have to attack points A and B, which take 30 seconds to complete. Once you do that, you have to attack the second stage points A and B, and then finally you can go for the flag, which originally was the core, or the generator, I guess, and carry that to the extraction point. The loadouts and things you have access to at the start of the game are very bare bones, and as you progress through those stages, you get access to more weapons, more loadouts, more equipment, and vehicles. The team who makes it to the furthest stage of attacking and defending wins the game, and if you both get to the end goal and get a point for scoring the flag, then it's a draw. Finally, there's one new addition, which is map specific, and that's on the maps that are new additions to the Invasion game mode. So the remakes of Halo Reach maps are as you'd expect them to be. Nothing has been changed. But on the new maps, they have a payload system, kind of like Overwatch, where you have to protect a moving cargo container that has a predetermined path, and if you escort it all the way, then you score a point. The enemy's team is to kill you and make sure that you can't escort it further, and I believe they can push it back if they stay around it. I think this is the first time that a payload style mode has been in a Halo game ever. So that's cool to see, and from the little Overwatch and other games that are similar, such as Paladins, that I did play, Payload was one of my favorite modes from those games. Much like in the finals, Power Shift, which is basically their payload game mode, you have to stand on a platform. If you're on the platform moves along its predetermined path. That is my favorite game mode in the finals as well, and if you've watched any of my finals content, you'll see that I play that game mode a lot, because it's in a lot of the footage that I use on the channel. Overall, I think the mode is a great addition to the game, and actually recently, I'd say for the past 12 months, every Halo update has been one-upping itself. They've all been great. They bring players back to the game, but obviously it's not enough to bring the masses back, and it always leaves me and other creators or even just players saying, if the game launched in the state that it's in today, it would be on top of the world. It is such a shame that we have had to wait this long to get this kind of stuff in Halo Infinite. The amount of content this game has now is actually incredible. It's probably the most amount of content, or maybe second place, that a Halo game, multiplayer-wise, has ever had. But it took us like 4 years, maybe even 5 years, to get to this point. And because I've played every update as they've come out, it just does get boring incredibly fast. I can't play the game for more than an hour without getting bored, because these new small updates are, yeah, they're fun for 30 minutes to an hour, maybe once or twice a week, but it's not enough to bring back tens of thousands of players to play the game. They would have needed a mass update to do that, and instead they chose the road of, you know, let's just release like updates every 2 months with a couple new maps here or there, a couple new modes here and there, and eventually new weapons and vehicles. But to anyone who hasn't played Halo Infinite since its launch, or even hasn't played Halo Infinite in the past like 2 years, I'd encourage you to launch the game again and give it a go, because it is a vastly different game to what you would have played before. And if the developers marketed this game in the state it's in now, I'm pretty confident it could hold tens of thousands of concurrent players every day. But obviously the studio just sees no point in marketing Halo Infinite anymore, because they are well underway with the next installment of the Halo franchise, which we should hear more about next month. As for what that holds, I don't know. The speculation at the moment is that it's going to be campaign only, and it's the remake of Combat Evolved on the Unreal Engine. But personally, I don't think that's a good idea. I think it needs to come with a multiplayer. Or if you do a campaign only, you need to bring the next installment in like a year after that. Like, we can't go another 4 years, 5 years without a Halo multiplayer title. Like, it just can't happen. The age gap from people who played Infinite to the next Halo game will be like 8 or 9 year age gap. Like, it's insane to think that I think I was 23 when Infinite was first shown at E3, and I am now 29. That is insane. We haven't had a new Halo game since then. Like, we've been playing Infinite, as I said, for 4 to 5 years. The timeline between Halo games needs to decrease. So if there is a campaign-only game coming up next, the year after, or maximum 2 years after that, you need a mainline title that has a multiplayer mode with it too. Anyway, yeah, Halo Infinite, it's pretty fun for a short amount of time. And Invasion is a great addition. Obviously, last month or 2 months ago, we got the Falcon as well, and the new weapon, the Mutilator. Finally, skins for the Covenant weapons and all of the new additions, like the Mutilator, the Gravity Hammer, the Bandit Evo, and the normal Bandit. Like, they have skins and cosmetic attachments and things now. The Carbine was added. Like, the recent updates have been pretty good. And also, because of the quality of Forge now and scripting and stuff, I will say, just finally, the Invasion mode really does feel like it was introduced by developers, at least on the map side. Like, some of the UI is a bit like funky, and some of the things like using a flag instead of like a core or generator, like, you know, you can tell that it was made in Forge with those things. But the maps themselves, like, are almost one-to-one recreations, and there's moments where it does feel like, damn, I'm playing like the original Invasion on the Xbox 360. Like, the maps do look one-to-one, which is incredibly cool. Just obviously better graphics and higher quality, with the like lighting and shadows and texture quality and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching me check up on Halo again. And small plug, if you are unaware, after the mass amounts of time I've promoted this already, I released a video game that's very similar to Halo last month, called Cross Planet. It's currently on about 2,000 downloads and 7,100 wish lists. Very much unfinished, still in beta, and not many players are online. Often nobody online, really. You kind of have to like plan a group of people to play with each other through Discord or something. But if you want to give it a try against bots or get a group together, feel free. It's called Cross Planet. It's free, and it's on Steam. Any new downloads help, all feedback helps, and hopefully we can get like more resources in the future to help improve the game and turn it into something really cool. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.